Hey everyone, I wanted to come on here and talk about catfish. If you guys do not know what the word catfish means, it is when somebody meets somebody online and they're either telling the truth about who they are or they're lying. And so there's a TV show called Catfish, the TV show, and Neve Schulman and Max, I don't know Max's last name, but anyways, Max, they direct the show, the main people of the show who help people meet their online lover. So anyways, after I filmed yesterday's video, why I chose to lose weight, I went online and I watched Tuesday night's episode. And it was this girl, her name was Kiana, I believe I'm pronouncing it right. Kiana, I think it's Kiana. And she thought she was talking to Bow Wow. I know. Everybody's like, girl, you ain't talking to no Bow Wow. Well, let me start from the beginning. She wrote Neve and she explained, she was on Facebook and she liked Bow Wow's official Facebook page. At least that's what she thought, it was Bow Wow's official Facebook page. And she said that she liked it and she commented on one of the statuses saying, explaining her story, how she's had a crush on him ever since she was little and how she's always loved him and she's always dreamed of meeting him. She's always gone to his concerts when she was younger, and she's just a huge fan. And obviously, she's a huge fan to like his Facebook page. So anyways, she never thought that Bow Wow would write her back. Well, Bow Wow did. That to me was an obvious thing right there, that it was not Bow Wow. It was somebody faking to be Bow Wow, or somebody, a fan of Bow Wow who was making a Bow Wow fan page. That's what fan pages are. But she thought it was Bow Wow's celebrity fan page. That Bow Wow was the one, behind the whole thing. So, anyways, she went on to explain, he wrote back and she flipped out because she thought Bow Wow wrote her back and she was excited. And, Bow Wow wrote me back, and she said it went from there that her and Bow Wow were talking and they exchanged numbers, and ever since then, they've been talking. And the only reason why they haven't met is because obviously Bow Wow, being the celebrity he is busy filming 106 in Park. So, of, so, of course, like Neve and I and everybody else who was probably watching the show were saying, girl, you ain't talking to no Bow Wow. Well, the thing that threw the curveball was Bow Wow sent her. Really, my neighbor has to be doing yard work right now. I'm sorry if you hear that in the background. My neighbor is doing yard work. Anyways, so I'm gonna talk really, really loud. She said Bow Wow sent her $10,000. Well, of course, if it's Bow Wow, he can send you $10,000. He got money like that. Well, I knew something was off. I said, it's not Bow Wow, but where did the person who was faking to be Bow Wow get that money? And I knew it had to be a girl because Bow Wow, I mean, come on. There's not many guy Bow Wow fans that are going to go to the extreme of um, making a fake fan page. Or, not even really fake, but making a fan page in general of Bow Wow. Normally that's a girl that's going to do that. So anyway, she went on to explain, how she's been in love with Bow Wow since she was little, and she still is, and she can't believe she's talking to her, this and that. Well, I figured, obviously if you wrote on the page saying that you are in love with Bow Wow and you've known, you've been a fan of him since you were little, of course the person's going to write back. Because they're going to be like, what, if I write back, she's going to be like, oh my gosh, Bow Wow wrote me back. And she's not going to think about this could be somebody else. She's just going to think about her crush, her fan, her celebrity crush, Bow Wow wrote her back. So anyways, and even Max accepted the challenge, flew to wherever she lives, and they obviously researched. Well, they put in the phone number, and let me backtrack a little bit, sorry. They went to her house, and she explained that after she met Bow Wow, that Bow Wow had closed his Facebook fan page and had created a new one but it wasn't one that a lot of people knew about. And so it was obviously, you know, she never had his real Facebook page, like his account, just a fan page. And he used his real name, and, you know, instead of Bow Wow, he used his real name. And so he went on to say, so all she really had to go off of was the phone number that she's been texting Bow Wow on and calling him. And she went on to say that, you know, they haven't really Skyped because every single time they go to Skype, they get a bad connection and he can't Skype. He's, you know, he's filming, he's in the middle of having a busy life, this and that. So she, Neve and them went and put the phone number in, and it came under a Renee girl. Well, the girl that came up as Renee when they Facebooked it was like an older woman, like maybe in her late 50s, early 50s, I don't know, 40s, 50s, and they were like, nah, she this doesn't seem like she would be doing that, you know what I'm saying? But they also mentioned, you know, obviously Bow Wow has kids, and so she figured, you know what, this could be the girl, and maybe we'll see if she they thought it was a boy. They thought a boy was behind this. So therefore they looked under her family list and saw her son, and her son had a girl. So they thought this was probably the one that's doing it. Well, they went to Kiana and told her the information they found, and they went from there. He tried to call Bow Wow, and Bow Wow obviously didn't answer because Bow Wow is busy filming. So they, Bow Wow, why does my computer keep freezing? Bow Wow had sent Neve a text message saying, you know, who is this? Obviously, you know, Bow Wow's not gonna answer somebody, you know. And Neve had wrote back and said, you know, I'm MTV's Catfish, this and that. We have a story with Kiana, such and such. So eventually, they agreed to meet, and so they flew to Atlanta, and they found out it was a girl. It was a lesbian girl. And she's like, she acted like the girl was gonna be okay with her being a girl. She was legitly saying, oh, it's okay, you know, I'm sorry this happened, you know, this is how I meet girls. I fake being Bow Wow to meet girls. And she wonders why she ain't got a girl. I mean, come on now. So she went on to say, you know, I'm sorry, this and that. Hopefully we can move on and get to know each other and all this other good stuff. So anyways, the girl obviously didn't want nothing to do with her. She didn't want nothing to do with her. And she just went on to say, you know, you treat people people, you know, wrong, and like you just, where'd you get the money? Basically, they could not figure out where she got the money, and she wanted to say that she's a performer. You know, that's where she got the money from making her shows and this and that. And she performs, that she's a musician and she makes thousands of dollars doing this and doing that. Well, Neve them went and looked up her name on Google when they got back to the hotel, and her name was D Pimpin. That's her stage name, but her real name is D. And they couldn't find her. So they, you know, figured she had to be lying. So the next day, they took Kiana and they questioned her, and she said that she collected money from friends and family, and they knew that they could depend on her, you know, give money to her, that they would get their money back once she got off the ground and, you know, became a real good musician, and she was making money, and she basically became famous and successful. So, and she had her cousin next to her, and her cousin was the one talking on the phone with Kiana. Kiana was even more upset that her cousin went along with this, and I understand that, you know. So he acted like he was Bow Wow on the phone, and then D was the one texting. And, you know, the cousin apologized and stuff, but the fact is that you went along with something like that. Like, I know if I were talking to somebody, and, you know, if I knew somebody, it just got really bright. Anyways, if I knew somebody, and I knew that somebody was doing this, and they asked me to be a part of their little plan, I would not want to do that. Like, I mean, that's just wrong. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, they did not contact. D obviously still wanted to talk to Kiana, but Kiana never responded, and, you know, just all that stuff. So anyways, I just wanted to come in here and talk about Catfish. That was just an episode. I felt like it would be good to come here on YouTube and talk about. You know, I all along knew it was a girl and that it was somebody faking to be Bow Wow, because obviously Bow Wow would not be talking to girl like that. I mean, come on now. I know she said she's an aspiring model, and Bow Wow would help her with that, and, all that good stuff. Anyways, and the fact that she was a mom, that really got to me. I understand she wants the best for her daughter, so dating a celebrity would give the best for her daughter, but she just was really dumb. And the fact that she couldn't even go get some new weave and dress appropriately because you thought you was going to beat your celebrity crush. I mean, come on. And Bow Wow said, oh, come meet me at my cousin's house. All this other stuff, and that he was in Atlanta, and, it's just all this stuff to make it seem like he was real. And I don't understand it. It sounded really stupid to me. I caught on right away, but, do what you guys. So, my advice for people who meet guys online or women online or, be careful. Say, let's Skype, or send me a picture with my name in it, like, hold up my name, or let's meet in person. And let's just not text and do this phone thing, because you want to be sure. It's possible to find love online, but you just need to be careful and make sure it is the person that you want to talk to. And some people can talk to people, and they might be lying about their picture, but their personality is the same, so they might forgive them, because they look different, but their personality is the same. But you just have to be very strong and very careful. And that's all I got to say. Just be very careful, guys. Please. Please be careful. Oh, I'm drinking hot chocolate with French vanilla creamer in it. You guys should definitely try that because it is like the best thing ever. I even put some I think it's caramel creamer in it. It's pretty good. Ooh. Hey everyone, Trinity here. Hopefully my computer's not acting up. Anyways, so I wanted to come on here today and talk about catfish. 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 That ain't gonna be right.